Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of Developers and Coders Club NIT-A. My name is Gourab Singha and today we are going to solve 18 problem of Div2A from A to J, Anton and letters. In this problem, you are given a set of small English letters separated by a comma in the form of a string, and you have to count the total number of distinct letters in this set. There are multiple ways of solving this problem, but I'll show you the two most preferred solutions. In input, we have to take a string and we have to run a for loop till the size of string, and we have to check if the character is small English letter or not. For that we have an inbuilt function called isLower, and we have to pass the character and it will return true if that character is lowercase. Now if you know about STL, that is Standard Template Library, then you probably know that solving this problem with set will be much easier. So let's create a set for that. Now for those of you who don't know what a set is a data structure that holds only the distinct elements. Since we have to store a character, so we have to make this set a char type. Now we just have to insert the characters like this, st.insert s of I, and lastly we just have to print the size of the set. Now how does it actually work? Let's say the set is like this, A, B, C, then A and B. Then the set will contain only A, B and C. And finally we return the size of the set, that is 3. And the number of distinct characters here is also 3. Since the input may contain spaces, so the cin function will not work here. To take space as input, we have to input our string like this. So this is one of the ways to take space as an input. There are other ways too. You can explore if you want. Now let's try to submit it. Okay, so this is accepted. Now what if you are not allowed to use an inbuilt function like set? For that we have to create an array of size 26. 26 because we have to work with small English letters only. The input part will be same. Now we have to create an array of size 26. Firstly, we'll store 0 in all its positions. Now we will play with the indices. What I'm trying to say is the index 0 will store the value A. Index 1 will store B. Index 2 will store C. And similarly, up until index 25, it will store till Z. Now the question is how. Let us run a for loop on the string first. If isLower s of I, then what we'll do is a of s of I minus a equals to 1. Now what does it mean? S of I is a lowercase character. That means minimum it can be A and maximum it can be Z. Subtracting A from S of I will give you 0 if S of I is A. It will give you 1 if S of I is B, and so on till 25. Now notice these values. These values are nothing but the indices of the array that we defined earlier. So whenever we find a character, we just put 1 in that position. And finally we'll check how many array elements are equal to 1. If AI equal to 1, then result plus plus. For that we have to create result and initialize it with 0. And finally we have to print our result. Let's try to understand this in depth with examples. Let's say we have a set like this, and initially the array contains all zeros. This is the index number 0, this is index number 1, this is 2, and so on till 25. At first, when S of I is equal to A, then this value will be equal to 0. So we'll put a 1 in the place of 0th index. Next, when S of I is equal to B, then the value of this will be 1, and we'll put 1 in the first index. Similarly, when S of I will be C, the value of that will be 2, and we will put 1 in the place of 2. Again, when we find an A, the value of S of I will be A, and the value of this 0. So we'll put 1 in the 0th index, but it is already 1, which means we have already found an A before. So finally, after counting all the values of 1, we'll find the number of distinct characters in the string. Now let's try to submit it. As you can see, this is also accepted. That is it for the solution. Thank you.